Tonight, big changes are on the way for the troubled agency that deals with young people involved in some of the most violent crimes in New Orleans. In a surprise announcement today, New Orleans is moving oversight of its troubled Juvenile Justice Intervention Center to the Office of Homeland Security. And as investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein found out, it's not the only sudden change at the top of the agency.
In January, 4 teenagers escaped from New Orleans Juvenile Justice Intervention Center, then carjacked a woman before they were captured over the course of the next few days.
An internal security protocol was breached. Approximately 8 to 10 JJIC staff initially pursued these individuals by foot and by car until we lost sight of the youth.
Keyshawn Webster was director in charge of the lockup at the time. But now, not only is Webster out, but in a dramatic move, oversight of the troubled facility was moved to the city's Office of Homeland Security. City Council Vice President J.P. Morrell was caught off guard.
A pretty major overhaul of JJIC and youth and family is no longer being in control of that facility. What do you make of that?
Honestly, I was completely stupefied. You're giving an institution that's supposed to do intervention for juveniles who are in crisis to your Office of Homeland Security that exists to combat threats to infrastructure and terrorism.
Among Morell's concerns is that Cantrell's announcement does not even mention Webster, head of JJIC since mid-2018.
We knew there were problems there, but to not mention the fate of the executive director, if you feel that things are going so badly you have to move it to a different department, what is the fate of the executive director?
Well, Channel 4 has found out that Webster has been granted leave, a move that happened after he was a no-show at a city council meeting last week.
I requested that he show up, and as I'm sure you saw, he was made not available.
Aggravating the security concerns, the center has been understaffed for several years, so much so that Webster had requested that the city drop its requirement that employees live in New Orleans. But we have learned that dozens of applicants have qualified to work there, yet have not been hired.
They're desperate for workers. Why aren't they being hired immediately? I don't know. I guess that's another thing we'll have to ask Mike.
And we will also continue to pursue answers to those questions. Mike Pearlstein, Eyewitness News.
Before now, the JJIC had been under the Mayor's Office of Youth and Families. The city's press release announced that JJIC Superintendent Deshelle Williams will serve as interim director. We asked the city spokesman for more clarification on the status of Keyshawn Webster, but we did not get an answer.